2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E GT First Drive, Pony Car Performance, Electrified. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide information about car and motorcycle news. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. When Ford unveiled the Mustang Mach-E, an all-electric SUV with the Mustang name, Mustang-like styling, and none of the Mustang's V8 noises, it opened Pandora's corral. While some clearly loved the execution, a whopping 70% of first-year Mach-E buyers are new to the Ford brand. Traditionalists all but wrote the EV off as a marketing stunt, whinnying about it being an affront to the pony car's lineage. Can the new Mach-E GT get them on board? Naturally, the 2021 Mustang Mach-E GT is the electrified equivalent to the gas-fed, two-door Mustang GT. That association carries even more risk of alienation than the regular Mach-E. The GT package has existed since 1965 and is linked with high-output V8 engines, heavy-duty suspensions, and an unmistakable look and badging. The Mach-E GT attempts to stuff that history and the attendant expectations into a nearly silent midsize SUV with motors spinning all four wheels and a heavy battery in its floor. Power trippin'. The range-topping GT skips the non-GT models available single-motor rear-wheel drive and smaller 70 kWh battery for an all-in approach. All-wheel drive and the larger 91 kWh battery are standard. Ford also replaces the other AWD Mach-E models' front electric motor with the larger unit used on their rear axles and fiddles with the software to deliver 480 horsepower and 600 pounds-to-foot of torque. Those figures place the Mach-E GT 134 ponies and 172 pounds-to-foot ahead of the most powerful all-wheel drive non-GT Mach-E. They also beat a gas-powered Mustang GT's 5.0-liter V8 by 20 horsepower and 180 pounds-to-foot, and while a Mustang Shelby GT 500 supercharged V8 throws down a mighty 760 horsepower and 625 pounds-to-foot of torque, the Mach-E's available GT Performance Edition ups the EV's torque peak to 634 pounds-to-foot. Other GT upgrades include a more aggressive front bumper, 20-inch wheels with performance-oriented all-season tires, 245 section, compared to lesser Mach-S 225s, larger brake rotors front and rear, a lower ride height, firmer suspension tuning, and front sport seats. Oh, and of course, there is a GT badge gleaming from the center of the liftgate. The $5,000 Mach-E GT Performance Edition upgrade makes up for nixing 10 miles range from the GT's 270-mile maximum, for 260 miles. With spicier-looking 20-inch wheels, Pirelli summer tires, Brembo 6-piston front brake calipers, and Magna Ride adaptive dampers. GT looks, but GT performance? Ford is eager to tout the Mach-E GT's 0 to 60 mph acceleration times, and why shouldn't it? That metric is a hot topic regarding EV performance. See Tesla's Model S Plaid and its wicked quick time, and it also happens to line up neatly with the Mustang's reputation as a straight-line ripper. The Mach-E GT won't keep up with the quickest Teslas, but at a manufacturer-claimed 3.8 seconds, it'll smoke a regular Mustang GT. Hell, it'll keep up with a 760 horsepower Mustang Shelby GT 500. With its torque boost and stickier tires, the Mach-E GT Performance Edition chops the 0 to 60 time down to 3.5 seconds, quickest in the Mustang family, regardless of power source. Both Mach-E GT variants are satisfyingly quick, and no, we couldn't tell much of a difference between the GT and the GT Performance Edition through the seat of the pants. More impressive is how those accelerative feats aren't the stars of the show. As with more basic Mach-Es, the GT is characterful and athletic when chucked through corners. Most performance EVs, particularly AWD models, feel as though they corner on rails, their low-slung batteries helping them hug the pavement while all four tires dig in like a cat's claws. Simply crank the steering wheel, mash the accelerator, and you'll undramatically go pretty much where you point the car. Not so much in the Mach-E GT, which engages in a far more lively back and forth with the driver. The Mach-E's chassis is well balanced, with a nearly 50-50 front to rear weight distribution, though it is heavy. It therefore prefers to have its front tires loaded more than typical for the best bite going into a corner. We had a ball lifting aggressively off the accelerator, or dabbing the brakes, waiting for the rear end to step out, then flooring the accelerator again and powering out in a slight drift. Turn in too quickly or without enough brake going into a tight bend, and the relatively long wheelbase Mach-E will push, though given enough room, think of a wider track or an extra, empty lane, you can power through and hang the surprisingly tail-happy Mustang on the edge of its grip. A quick note for anyone considering track time in a Mach-E GT. We noticed the front tires going greasy after a few laps of a short autocross course Ford set up for our drive. A more wide-open circuit might not abuse the rubber as much, but there's no getting around the physics of a porky, fast-moving vehicle. It's gonna come down heavy on the rubber.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.